Look at these pretty flowers.
Okay, and welcome to Gardens by the Bay. This is Flower Dome. Okay, if you are not in Flower Dome, maybe you think that this is Cloud Forest. No, this is Flower Dome. Okay, how do you distinguish between these two conservatories? Okay, so basically Flower Dome, we have our flower bed over here. We change displays every month also. Okay, so for now you are seeing Tulipmania. Okay, and for Cloud Forest, it's very easy to identify because once you enter, there will be the largest man-made waterfall inside. If you have not done so, you can do so after. Okay, so as you can see, we have a lot of flowers here. Okay, basically, can you guess how many tulips are there right now? Just a simple guess. It's okay. 2,000? No.
Million? Like 10,000?
No, not too much. Okay, there's actually 45,000.
Oh.
Yes, at one time. Okay, so basically, this display is around 13 May. 13 April to 13 May. So it will end quite soon. Okay, before this it was sakura blossoms, and the next one will be begonia.
Wow.
Yeah.
You change it.
Yes. So after 13 May, you can see begonia over here. Okay, so do you know where tulips actually come from?
Turkey.
That's right. Wow, you guys are smart, man. Okay, yeah, so basically people think that it's from Netherlands. Okay, but actually it's not. It actually originates from Asia, Central Asia, most likely Turkey. Okay, but then it's because Netherlands produce the most tulips. That's why people naturally think that it comes from Netherlands. Okay, let's just move on and I'll tell you more about it. The question she asked how many people to do this. Basically, there will be actually a closure date. So basically, the end of this display will be 13 May. So the closure day for this will be naturally the next day, so 14 May. So the next day, they will actually shut down the whole dome, and they will have volunteers and workers to actually change the whole field. Yes. Okay.
So we shouldn't come in on May 14th.
Yeah, 14th will be closed for flowers.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So all those flowers after that, the exhibition.
Okay, so if you wonder, actually, okay, let me start from the beginning first. Okay, these flowers is actually flown from Netherlands, Amsterdam. Okay, they will be transported through the air cargo. Then after that, it will reach to Changi Airport, and by 24 hours, they are supposed to reach from the airport to here, and so that we can keep it fresh. Okay, so why not a cargo ship? Because tulips can only last 14 days. Okay, so let's do some guessing game again. Okay, since it can last 14 days only, how do you think it can last for about a month?
You switch them out.
Sorry?
You switch them up?
No.
We change the flowers.
Almost right.
Aircon.
Okay, so basically let me just give you the answer. Okay, basically yes, over here as you can feel it's quite cold. Yes, Singapore is very hot. Okay, this is actually a controlled temperature and humidity. Okay, it's actually based on a cool, dry climate. Okay, so for Cloud Forest it's actually a cool, wet climate. Maybe a rainforest at the mountains, but this is not. Okay, so 14 days. Okay, so basically the tulips are groups based on the types, their blooming seasons, and the sizes. Okay, so from what you see, there's actually a mixture of the mid bloomers and the late bloomers. Yeah, so you can't see the early bloomers here. That's how they actually plan for the whole 1 month. Okay, can you actually guess the ranking of tulips? Is it number 1, number 2, or number 3?
How many?
Okay, we'll just go with the top 3. Okay, is it the number 1 spot, number 2, or number 3?
3.
Number 3.
Yes, smart, number 3. So what would be the most favorite flower in the world?
Roses.
Yes, roses. Okay, and second one will be chrysanthemum. Yes, the third one will be tulips. Okay, let's just move on and enjoy the scenery while these flowers end up after it ends. Okay, actually, these tulips actually grows from bulbs. Okay, seeds to bulbs. Then from bulbs, they will keep growing. Okay, they are called perennials, so they can actually bloom year after year. Okay, maybe 2 years or more, depending on how you cultivate it. Okay, so after this, they will either keep some of it or sell some of it, or actually recycle it to make into fertilizers. Yeah, yes. So we have actually a large dungeon down here, yeah, where they actually keep sunflowers and also recycle them. Yeah.
How many do you people recycling that?
That one I'm not really sure. Yeah.
So
But
the public can buy the bulbs from here?
That one you can check at the gift shop. Yeah, I'm not really too sure about that, but I know they sell some flowers there. Okay, so since we are over at the bulbs, right? Okay, okay, I will show you the bulbs later. But some fun fact about the bulbs, actually it's edible. Okay, last time during the World War II, okay, people actually substitute it for a food ration because food are running low. Okay, it actually can be substituted with onions. So if you like onions, maybe you like the bulb. Okay, but actually, because it's World War and they have no choice, they have to eat it. So maybe they will just make stews out of the bulbs. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have different types of tulips. But actually, tulips, the normal ones and the common ones, are actually single flowered and one stem. Okay, as you can see over here, the white one will be a perfect example. Okay, so let me say some tongue twisting words. Okay, so basically, tulips have tepals. It has petals and sepals. Okay, so yes, 3 sepals and petals make up to 6 tepals. Is it confusing? Yeah, so you don't call it petals because it has sepals and petals. So it's actually quite hard to distinguish it. So we just call it tepals in general. Okay, so some tulips that I will highlight during the journey will be tulips called the Darwin hybrid, parrot tulips, the lily tip tulips, and there's actually quite a few more. So we just move on. So here the bulb actually looks like an onion. Yeah, so people can eat it, it's edible, but actually it must be processed properly because the inside there's a yellow bud. Actually it's poisonous, it's believed to be poisonous, so you have to prepare it properly. But if you want to eat the petals, yes, it's edible, but it's not nice at all, so don't try it. And saying this, I'm not actually promoting you to take these flowers again. No, please don't take. Even if you take, it's actually full of pesticides and chemicals to keep it like more fresh and alive. So yes, please don't touch or take the flowers. Okay.
What do the bulbs taste like?
It tastes like onion.
Does it taste like onion?
Yes, but I actually haven't tried it yet. It's just based on research. Okay. Right over here we have the typical tulips. Okay, it's a single colored tulips with 6 what? Tepals, yes, correct. And over here we have the group where it's called the Darwin hybrid tulips, where it's actually big tepals. Okay, it can actually grow up to 35 to 60 cm. It's actually quite tall. Okay, and the what is it called? The tepals will actually bloom in a diameter of 10 cm, so maybe around this big. Yeah, actually it's quite big. So can I see a show of hand? Which tulip do you prefer? The fully bloomed ones or those cupped? Cupped, raise up your hand. The blue ones, raise up your hand. I see. So yeah, to me I prefer the cupped ones too. Okay, we'll move on and I'll show you more of the okay, this is on the right side is the parrot tulip. So as you can see, it looks like parrot feathers. Okay, we don't have this one on the right side here. Okay, this is called the parrot tulips. It's a group. Okay, we don't actually have the cup one. Yeah, a cup one. Before it becomes this, right? To me, it looks like a cabbage. Yeah. Yeah, there's no one here. Yeah. Usually before it blooms, it will be green in color, so it will really look like cabbage. Then after that, it will finally turn to be a parrot tulip. Okay, we'll move on right here in the middle over here. Yes, do you smell anything nice?
Yeah.
Yes, it's actually not from a tulip. Okay, it's from the hyacinths. Hyacinths have actually a pungent and very nice smell. Okay, and if you wanna tell your girlfriend or wife, say, oh, you smell beautiful like the tulips. No, please don't say that. Tulips have no smell. Yes, please try to find a better flowers with good smells like hyacinths. Okay? Okay, and actually a fun fact, okay? If you look around over here, what color do you see that the tulips do not have?
Black.
Yes and yes, correct. Black and blue. Okay, yeah, so the black tulips are not true black tulips. It's actually dark purple or dark red. Yeah, so along the way you can see there's actually dark red and dark purple tulips. It's not really fully black. Yes. Okay, and the blue ones, yeah, they can't be blue, so the closest you can get is like a violet kind of color. Okay, another fun fact about tulips, actually they can grow a few inches in a day after you cut it off. Okay, so that means you cut it off, you plant it back in maybe water or the ground, it will grow a few inches in a day. Yeah, that's actually quite a fun fact. Okay, let's move on and I'll show you more. So over here, the pink ones, it's called the double tulips. Okay, like I said, the common tulips have 6 tepals, but this is a special group, so it's called the double tulips. Okay, it doesn't mean that it has 12 tepals, okay, but it just has more than 6 tepals. Okay, that's why it's called the double tulips. Okay, and the one over here, the red one, okay, it's called the lily flowered tulips. Okay, because it resembles lilies. Okay, and on the right hand side over here, the one that I say, the black ones, they are actually dark red or dark purple. Okay, but the dark red is not that dark yet, but I think you have missed the dark ones lah. Yeah, they have actually changed the dark ones. Yeah, this is the closest you can see. Okay, you have enough? Let's move on. In these 2 tulips, this and this. Sorry? Yes, okay. So basically, the normal tulips actually have 1 color. Okay, but these tulips has actually 2 colors. Why is that so? Yes, hybrids. Okay, they have actually been cultivated with the genetics, and that's where the different types of tulips are born. Okay, let me tell you a history of how this Tulipmania started. Okay, on our brochure there's actually the word titled Tulipmania. Okay, last time in the 1600s, okay, 1400s, okay, this is before then. Okay, 1400s, there's actually a disease, okay, that happens to the tulips. Okay, so there's an insect called aphids. Okay, it goes around planting diseases on tulips, and that's where the color broke down. Okay, a red tulips, it broke down to a white and red similar to this. Okay, it broke down, and that's where people were actually like quite amazed, and that's where the Tulipmania thing started. People were like, wow, this is a miracle, but actually it's not a miracle, it's actually a disease. Okay, but right here, don't worry, it's not a disease, it's cultivated. Okay, so this Tulipmania thing, okay, some stories about it, it's actually quite interesting. Okay, there's a crazy thing about this disease tulips, these miracle tulips. They are actually cultivating more of it during the 1400s to 1600s. Okay, so as you know that the tulips actually takes time to bloom and to cultivate, and it only lasts 14 days. Okay, these people actually do not pass the tulips around. They do not sell the tulips around. They actually pass a promissory note around to say that, oh, this tulip belongs to me. So they actually do not have the tulips, they only have the notes. Okay, and the prices actually skyrocketed up to 10,000 Dutch guilder. Okay, during 1600th century. Okay, if I would like to convert it, it's actually 5,400 USD. Okay, to you now, it may not be that much, but during that time, the 1600s, imagine, it's 5,400 USD. Okay, to simply put, it actually can feed a family of a Dutch for half a lifetime, or actually can buy a big villa during that time.
There's a movie about it.
Oh,
Tulip Fever.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch that.
Oh,
okay,
really?
it's cool.
I didn't see it.
Okay, I'll take note about that. Okay, okay. So for tulips, do you know where the word tulips came from? Anybody?
I read the brochure.
Okay, let them make a guess. Yeah, turban. Okay, as you some of you mentioned that it's actually originated from Turkey. So there's actually a sultan of the Ottoman Empire. Okay, they saw this white turban. Okay, and they saw that it actually resembles the white tulips you have seen over there. So the word tulips came from the word turban. It came from turban to tulipan, then now to tulips. Yes. Is that cool? Okay, so more about this theme garden over here, you see. Okay, for this year they actually theme it to be imagination. Okay, so you can see these giants over here. They are actually sleeping in a field full of tulips because they love tulips so much. And these small terraces, they are actually houses of maybe small people. Yeah, so they are actually living in harmony and peace where everything is just beautiful. Yeah, and well, it's just imagination, you know how the world is. Yeah, so yes, we will try to promote peace and nice flowers over here. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so let's move on. White tulips. Okay, it's another group called the fringe tulips. Okay, if you can see, the tepals are actually like petted. Okay, this is not handmade, it's actually cultivated that way. Yes, so if you think that it's spoiled, no, it's not. It's cultivated that way. So this is called the fringe tulips. Okay, and on the right side here, do you see this white blue shoe? Hey, I mean the blue big shoe. Yes. Okay, so just some basic information. We have been doing this tulip display for 6 years, and for all these 6 years, we have actually been sponsored by KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. Okay, if you are interested to take some picture, there's actually some information over here. You can actually win a trip to Amsterdam and Bali. So just try your luck and take some pictures, follow the instructions, and maybe you'll be the winner. Alright. Okay, so that will be the end of my tour. My name is Ahmad and thank you for listening. But before you go, please help me do some feedback form for my sake. This is my first tour actually. And write some feedback about me or maybe about the gardens. Thank you. And if you have some questions, I'll be hanging around here. Yeah.
We have to pass it back to you.
Yeah, pass back to me. Thank you.
Alright.
Okay, anybody?